But there was one movie as we begin our March ranking list that April fooled itself. In March. It was a movie called 65. I told Zach, let's go watch this movie, and instead we decided to watch another one, which is also going to be lower on the list. But look, let me defend this one while also putting it at the bottom of the list. 65 is a movie where the directors, Scott Beck and Brian Woods, we got a whole LME on this, came out and wanted to make this really interesting project, right? What if there was a dinosaur movie, but you didn't know it was a dinosaur movie, and then the studio just spoiled it was a dinosaur movie? This thing could have been pitched as Cloverfield. It's one of those movies where you go into it watching it, every reveal is like what ends up being in the trailer. If they would have kept this a secret, I think it would have been a much funner movie. It's gotten to the point where the directors have come out and have literally stated, maybe 40 years from now, someone's going to watch the movie and enjoy it the way it should be. As of now, they did it really, really dirty. I don't think you had the chance to catch this one, Zach.
No, not yet.
It's not terrible. It was just done. It was done a terrible deed with the marketing, as another one that's going to be on this list. But if you haven't heard of it, it's a movie called 65. Everyone guessed it's 65 million years ago. Adam Driver, he's this astronaut's got to deliver something. It crashes, and now it's just him and this little girl trying to survive in the prehistoric times that is 65 million years ago. And
it feels
they wanted Tom Cruise for this. They didn't get him.
You were saying, yeah, it does feel like it could be a Tom Cruise vehicle for sure. I mean, just speaking specifically on Adam Driver, it is interesting to sort of think of his career and his choices in the context of this movie, because he's a guy who has worked with a lot of really interesting filmmakers on a lot of really interesting movies, many of which haven't necessarily been box office hits. As much as I love Annette or The Last Duel or White Noise, like those movies aren't exactly doing numbers for those studios who released them.
No, sir.
And he's been through the franchise ringer as Kylo Ren in Star Wars. Does not necessarily seem like he's all too eager to strap on a cape and jump into the MCU or anything like that. So do you get why he's in a movie like this? Do you like seeing him in a role like this? Or is it just a case of picking the wrong film here for Adam Driver?
No, I think they were wanting. They did. If you had Tom Cruise in the horizon, and if you know that the guys from the 65 or from the A Quiet Place are the types of dudes who like to spawn into IP, I think he wanted this to be IP. I think he was banking on this as being the one for them because he took Annette, because he took White Noise. I know that those kind of had a little bit bigger budgets for indie movies, but like if he took those films that didn't really hit at the box office, like Last Duel didn't hit, House of Gucci, regardless of you and I liking them, I think that's why he took a 65. It's been a minute. I know you said he hasn't donned a cape, but he had a pretty slick cape as Kylo Ren. That's 2019. I think it's been enough years. He had to take something like this. I don't think he wanted to fully be in there. I think you asked him about it, and all the interviews are like, yeah, it's cool, lasers, dinos. It's
a way of doing kind of an original movie that could maybe become its own franchise without necessarily committing yourself to Marvel, to DC, to that larger infrastructure.
Those are those boys. Yeah, they like making movies like that. So, you know what? It's not bad. It's another movie out there. And if a 65 pays for more Annettes that I know y'all liked, if it pays for more Marriage Stories, I'll take it any day then. 65 in theaters. Wait at home. My recommendation.